The autosave options in APL64 can be enabled by the APL64 developer version to periodically save the code of programmer-defined functions and variables while they are being edited. The APL64 autosave options may be enabled by the user of the APL64 developer version. When this option is enabled and a programmer-defined function or variable is being edited, the current edited state is automatically saved to the local workstation. The frequency of the save is programmer-determined. The saved content persists between APL64 developer version instances. The Editor Autosave options are available in the Options menu of the APL64 developer version. When checked, the Autosave Active option will cause the other APL64 autosave options to be effective. The autosave frequency determines how often the content of a function or variable editor will be saved. The autosave location is defaulted to a subfolder of the quad user path folder. Function and / or variable editor content can be autosaved. Click Option. Delete last version if editor is closed with saving. If the autosaved record should be selected when a function or variable editor is saved and the editor is closed. Click Option. Save last version if editor is closed without saving, so that when an editor is closed without saving an autosave record will be created. Click Option. Delete autosaved records when APL64 instance ends, so that when the APL64 developer version ends, any existing autosave function or variable records will be deleted. Enter a numeric value in Delete autosaved record when older than option to specify the number of days to retain an autosaved record. The APL64 Editor Autosave Options dialog includes a list of existing autosaved function and variable records. Left mouse double-click an autosave record in the list to start an editor for that record. Single left mouse click an autosave record in the list to display the current content of that record in the selected autosaved object definition area of the Editor Autosave Options dialog. The APL64 Editor Autosave Options dialog is modal. Close this dialog to continue to edit the existing function and variable editors. The APL64 autosave functionality saves only the most recent version of the currently edited function or variable content. The APL64 autosave functionality does not apply to EDSS or QuadEDSS editors. Enable the APL64 autosave options before starting a function or variable editor. The APL64 autosave options defaults include: frequency is 5 minutes. Location is a subfolder in the quad user path folder. Functions are autosaved. Variables are not autosaved. Last autosave version is not deleted when the editor is closed. Last autosave version is saved when the editor is closed. Autosaved records are not deleted when the APL64 developer instance ends. Autosaved records are deleted after 30 days. The APL64 Autosaved Editor Records data grid is a list of the existing autosaved object editor records at the user-specified autosave location. Multiple selections are supported for editing and deleting records. Double left-click a record row to open the record in an editor. If an object editor is already open for that selected object, it will gain the keyboard focus. Otherwise, an object editor will open with the autosaved content. Single left-click a record row in the APL64 autosaved editor records data grid to select it. The autosaved content will be displayed in the dialog. An object editor for the content will not be opened. Sort the records of the APL64 editor autosaved records data grid by left mouse clicking the column header. The columns of the APL64 editor autosaved records data grid include: the type column indicates if the record is for a function or variable. The GUID column is used to identify the autosaved record. The saved column indicates the UTC time that the autosaved object record was created. The object name column indicates the function or variable name. Each editor autosaved record is contained in a separate file. A GUID is used as the name of editor autosave record file, because of the possibility of duplicate object names or duplicate editors for the same object. Each autosave record file content is in XML format. In this example, the myFN2 is being edited. The autosaved record content is in XML format. In this example, a variable is being edited and no name has yet been assigned to the variable. The autosaved record is in XML format. If there are existing autosaved records on the user's workstation when an APL64 developer version instance starts, a message box will be presented with these options. If the Yes button is clicked, the APL64 Editor Autosave Options dialog will be presented and the message box will be closed. If the No button is clicked, any existing autosaved records will be deleted and the message box will be closed. If the Cancel button is clicked, any existing autosaved records will be preserved and the message box will be closed. Thank you for viewing this video. If you have questions or comments, please contact support@apl2000.com.